Are you looking for a keyboard that is so good, but you don't need to build it? I've got the keyboard for you today. This is the Royal Clutch M75. I spoke about this a little bit in the best budget keyboards of 2023 video. It's been opened a couple times, so could be missing some things. We've got tri-modes, so we can connect through wired, Bluetooth, or 2.4. And it said a brown switch, but on the barcode it says blue-brown switch. So we're all confused here. I do like the design that they went for with the sketch. It's actually really nice. I wish I could draw like that. All right, Royal Clutch, impress me. You get user manual. You also get a keycap switch puller, so it is hot swappable. We also have a spare switch. Now I believe it comes with at least 4. I only have 1 left because, as you know, we have 2 cats and they really enjoy switches. There's switches downstairs, upstairs. They like push them off the balcony. Like, it's just, they do all kinds of things. So this is the switch and it has RK branding on it. It's 5-pin, and if you look at the side, it is sort of a kale latch style switch. If you want to open them, they are a little bit pain in the butt, but because they're pre-lubed, you probably won't be opening them. It's got a nice bottom mount down. It's a good color. And is this brown? No. Is this blue? Also no, but we'll take a look at that later. And you get a USB cable, USB-C to USB-C, but you do get the adapter to USB-A. You know, if you're living in the prehistoric ages like me, where your computer literally only has 1 USB-C port. Do you have a computer that has more? Maybe you do, but I sure do not. At the top here, you've got one side to connect to your actual computer. The other one is a like USB pass-through. Nice accent bar. I don't think it has any purpose other than it looks good. You also have a dongle holder here for the USB dongle. I have dropped it. It says Royal Clutch V 2.0 on it, so this must be an upgraded version of their wireless dongle. And it is magnetic. You don't have to worry about it just falling out because it won't. On the back here, got 4 feet and 2 angles of kick-up feet. It's got a white top, blue bottom, and as you can see, there are no floating keycaps, which is pretty good feature. And as you can see, the profile, the keycaps is OEM. I sort of wished it was cherry. That would lower the profile a bit and still keep the angle, so it'd be even more ergonomic to type on. I believe the keycaps are double shot. Are they double shot PVT? They're double shot for sure. On the sales page, it says nothing about PVT, which means it's probably not PVT. Cassie reviewed this keyboard on May 22nd, 2023. She says, I can't confirm the keycap material anywhere, but if I had to guess, they're high quality ABS instead of PVT. I agree with that. We can probably assume that they're ABS. Go Cassie, good review. Double shot ABS keycaps. You can see that there's sub legends for the function row and for some of your RGB, nav keys, Windows lock, things like that. We've got indicators here, one for caps lock, scroll lock, and page lock. You know what we didn't see? We did not see an on-off switch. How the heck do you turn this thing on? And this is where you resort to the manual. So the wheel here is quite tactile. It says press and hold for 3 seconds to power on or off. 1, 2, 3. So now you see the screen here, it says RK-M Studio. You also see battery life for the very top line. Okay, and now that I'm connected, it says 2.4G here, and then Windows. Now it also has RGB that I can cycle through. Wow, different effects, very beautiful. Not many effects, but it's got effects nonetheless. So I like this white. This looks sort of nice. So you don't have to have RGB if you don't want it. I remember some people saying like, this keyboard is super retro and looks really awesome, but why'd they have to ruin it with the RGB? RGB is optional. It's not like you have to go and turn it on. So there you go. You got your options. Let's look at some of the internals. We gotta look at some stabilizers. Got a layer of foam between the PCB and the plate. The plate is also a softer plastic. Now I can't confirm whether it's polycarbonate or not, but it definitely is a flexible plate. This keyboard's also gasket mounted as well, so you get a little bit more of a flexible typing experience. The stabilizers are plate mounted, however, they're super tight in there. There's no wobbling. And if I were to do a mod, it'd probably put some spacebar foam in here. Switches here are north facing. There's a layer of silicone between the plate and PCB. They also have case foam. As to what material it is, that's questionable. Because the keyboard is already pretty good as it is, I really wouldn't take it apart to change anything. It's just a matter of, do you want want to do anything to it. If there were any mods to do, you could do a PE foam mod, you could do a spacebar foam mod, and if you wanted to do other switches, you can replace the switches as well. And maybe a higher quality keycap set, although this keycap set's gonna last for quite some time. Royal Clutch is doing a sale, it looks like. What is this? I can apply a $30 coupon. $119.99 minus $30, that would put it at around $90. And then it says we've got hotspot brown, red, and silver. How come none of those are like what I have? Out of all these options, brown, red, or silver, I would say that mine looks closest to the silver switch. You look at it in just the right light, it appears silvery. I would call it gray. It's linear, so that takes out brown. Between red and silver, you still have that linear feel. This is probably just a little faster of a switch. I think it's time to rank it on the keyboard ranking table. Royal Clutch M75 price. I'm gonna write the actual price without any discounts, but right now it is going for $90, which is pretty cool. USB-C 2.4 Bluetooth. Hot swappable, yes. Keycaps, ABS, mounting style, gasket, can change connectivity using the knob, several layers of foam inside it. Sounds great out of the box. Plate, I think it's polycarbonate. RGB, yes. Stabilizers are plate mounts, but they are pre-lubed and they sound great. And the switches are Royal Clutch, north facing, pre-lube. For $120, I think it can be a little bit on the more pricey side. However, for $90, I think this is a steal of a keyboard. When I was doing more laptop work, I was actually using this a lot more often compared to other keyboards that I have. And then if you look at some of these keyboards here that are in the 5-star range, I mean, their pricing is sort of pretty expensive. At this price, I think it's great. And you don't have to build it. I would give this thing 5 stars. At 90 bucks though. There's another keyboard I think that's really great, but you have to wait till the future to find out what that keyboard is. I highly recommend this keyboard. The only thing about Royal Clutch keyboards that I'm not super like 100% sure of is QC and longevity, especially if they have a battery, if they're wireless. I know I've had an RK61 that's like lasted years and years and years, but that's just like simple bare bones. You got switches, you got a PCB, you just connect it. This is a little bit more complicated. There are probably more points of failure that could happen, but 5 stars, I mean, that's pretty good. Go Royal Clutch. Let us do a nice typing test so you can hear what it sounds like.